My name is Michael Dickinson. I'm the Fatherhood Program Manager here at First Choice. A lot of the dads, like myself, when we had our three boys, we had no idea what to do other than just looking at friends and people in our family to make the right decisions. What we offer here is at least some tools to put in the toolbox for our dads.
My name is Joel Capizzi. I'm a local pastor here who volunteers in the Fatherhood program here at First Choice Pregnancy Counseling Center, specifically working with the Spanish-speaking dads. So I first learned about First Choice about 2 years ago. There was a young lady in my church who had applied to volunteer here and put me down as a reference. So we made an appointment. I came through and saw the facility and was immediately impressed by the professionalism, the cleanliness, the first-class quality of this ministry.
I'm a dad of 4 kids, so I know that there is not much more of a difficult and yet a wonderful and rewarding ministry and job that God gives to people besides being a dad, being a father. But I know that there's situations where that gets even more complicated. So I've met with a handful of guys. Some guys, aren't as involved, but at least we can plant some seeds and water and trust that God's going to give increase. And then there have been another handful of guys that I was able to meet with more frequently. I love the material that First Choice has made available. It's all online, and everyone can do the lesson on their own, and then come together. And it's very God-centered and biblically centered, so that it brings home truth to people when they're needing it the most.
I had some experience in Spanish ministry for several years. I hadn't used my Spanish in about a decade, but I was ready to brush up, and I knew that God had given me those abilities and skills for a reason. And so immediately we began to minister to Spanish-speaking dads, developed a Spanish-speaking fatherhood program, and I believe within hours of my volunteer application being approved, I had my first client. That client has led to opening doors in the Spanish-speaking community here in Shelbyville. The best part about First Choice, my favorite part about First Choice, is what First Choice is all about, and that is saving babies. My wife and I love children. We love babies. My wife volunteers here as well. And having come down the road of infertility ourselves, we understand the value of life. We understand the beauty of conception and how every child, every baby is worth it to God and worth it to us. So that's my favorite part about First Choice Pregnancy Counseling Center. We look forward to continuing to minister here and building relationships here at First Choice and in the community, and laboring for the kingdom of God to save babies and to save souls.
I'm convinced that First Choice focuses not just on the life of a baby, but I love that they focus so much on the life of the mom and the dad and the extended family, and look for ways to encourage and to motivate and to equip and to supply in so many different ways to give children and to give families the best start in life that they can possibly get.
It's a blessing to me to get to walk things out with these dads. So it's an honor and a privilege to get to do this. I just want to be here to do whatever I can, whether that's going over the lesson or finding resources that you may be needing that we don't offer. I just want to be here to help in any way that I can.